In a stunning turn of events, the royal family is once again embroiled in controversy, and once more, it's Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, who is at the center of it all. This is far from the first time Tom has made headlines for his erratic behavior, and frankly, at this point, it feels almost inevitable. If anyone in the royal family can generate chaos without contributing anything meaningful to the monarchy, it's Tom, whose only claim to fame is his connection to his mother, the Queen Consort. But this latest royal spectacle took a shocking twist that no one could have predicted except perhaps anyone who's been following this saga for the last decade. Tom's clash with Princess Anne stole the show at a recent family gathering, marking yet another chapter in the ongoing drama surrounding Camilla's son. At what should have been a dignified royal event, Tom, fully imbued with the sense of self-importance that often accompanies his title, faced off against Princess Anne, the embodiment of grace, poise, and royal duty. Anne, who has spent her life serving the monarchy with unwavering commitment, represents everything Tom cannot and perhaps will never understand. The confrontation, reportedly sparked by Tom's desperate attempt to gain attention, escalated far beyond a mere argument. Eyewitnesses were stunned as the exchange became heated, and what should have been a family gathering turned into a humiliating public spectacle. And what was it all about? Not anything of real significance, but rather yet another petty squabble over royal duties, something Tom, despite his self-styled royal blood, clearly has little understanding of. King Charles, ever the figurehead trying to keep the royal family intact, reportedly intervened swiftly. His intervention came as no surprise, given the behavior of his stepson. But what was shocking was the swift decision to remove Tom from the family gathering. The king, in his measured way, sought to restore order, reasserting that the royal family is bound by higher standards than the antics of a misguided royal relative. It was a rare moment of decisiveness from King Charles, who is often seen walking the delicate line between holding together a fractured monarchy and maintaining his own image. And yet, in this instance, he had no choice but to step in. Tom's behavior, as much as it was an embarrassment, served as a reminder to all present that being part of the royal family requires a certain level of decorum and respect, something Tom has yet to understand. While Tom's antics may have momentarily stolen the spotlight, the true hero of this royal drama is, of course, Princess Anne. Amidst all the chaos, Anne stood out as a beacon of composure. Her poise in the face of Tom's antics speaks volumes about the difference between those who are truly dedicated to the monarchy and those who merely use their titles for personal gain. Princess Anne has long been a pillar of the royal family, demonstrating time and again that duty, service, and hard work are the cornerstones of the monarchy. Unlike her half-brother, Tom, whose name and royal connection seem to be his only attributes, and has consistently put the royal family before herself. There is no ego, no desire for fame, just a steady, quiet commitment to the legacy of the monarchy. Tom, on the other hand, embodies everything that is wrong with the current trajectory of the royal family. His repeated failures to live up to the responsibilities expected of a royal are not only embarrassing but indicative of a deeper issue within the family dynamic. By removing Tom from the royal event, King Charles made a statement: no one in the royal family is exempt from the standards that have been set for generations. And more importantly, no amount of media attention, social climbing, or fleeting fame can alter the fact that royal duties demand a much higher standard of behavior. Tom's removal wasn't just a disciplinary action, it was a message. A message that, perhaps, the monarchy is finally waking up to the dangers of nepotism and superficiality. As much as Camilla, Tom's mother, tries to play the role of a devoted royal consort, she cannot ignore the growing dissatisfaction with her presence in the family. She's long been seen as the outsider who manipulated her way into the royal fold, and now, with Tom's behavior, her place as queen consort has been further tainted. The drama between Tom and Princess Anne may be just the beginning of a larger reckoning for the monarchy, one in which people like Tom, whose only claim to royal status is his mother's power, are called out for their lack of substance. What is becoming increasingly clear is that the monarchy is at a crossroads. The royal family cannot afford to continue tolerating embarrassing antics from figures like Tom and Camilla. If King Charles truly wants to restore dignity and respect to the monarchy, he must take stronger action to ensure that those who do not adhere to the family's values are held accountable. For Princess Anne, the royal family's quiet achiever, the path forward seems clear. She has consistently demonstrated what it means to be royal, not through titles, not through attention-seeking behavior, but through hard work and dedication, and is the living embodiment of the monarchy's core values. As the royal family moves forward, perhaps it will be her example that leads the way, not the antics of Tom or the manipulative rise of Camilla. As the drama surrounding Tom Parker Bowles continues to unfold, the monarchy must confront the uncomfortable truth. Figures like Camilla and her son have no place in the future of the royal family. Their titles may have been earned through manipulation and power plays, but they come at the cost of the monarchy's dignity and respect. The British public, and indeed the world, are beginning to take notice of the stark contrast between those who serve the crown with true devotion and those who merely seek to use it for personal gain. The monarchy's future may very well depend on how it handles these growing rifts. Will it continue to tolerate the antics of people like Tom and Camilla, or will it return to its roots of duty, service, and integrity? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the eyes of the world are watching, and change is on the horizon. In the next episode of our royal investigation, we once again find ourselves confronting Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son, who has once again found himself at the center of attention and not in the best light. This is the same Tom whose name has long been associated with his mother, who, despite her murky career and missteps, found herself on the throne. If there's anyone in the royal family who can stir up drama without real merit, it's undoubtedly him, Tom. This young man never ceases to believe that his family ties to Camilla grant him the right to behave as though he is not just a member of the royal family but the very symbol of it. And so, what came as a complete surprise to everyone who has been following the drama of the past few years, another conflict has arisen. At one of the royal events, filled with glamour and decorum, Tom, as usual, in the spotlight, decides to argue with Princess Anne, a woman who has for decades embodied dignity and honor. According to reports, the conflict started with Tom attempting to draw attention to himself by discussing Anne's royal duties, but it quickly escalated into something far more serious. Eyewitnesses who were present at the scene shared that the tension was so thick that not only the participants but also the onlookers were stunned by what was unfolding. And all this over royal duties that, as it turned out, Tom simply didn't understand. But, of course, if anyone emerged from this scandal with their reputation intact, it was Princess Anne. She remained calm, composed, and refused to be provoked. As always, she handled the situation with poise and dignity. In contrast to Tom, who has built a career on television shows and culinary columns, and proves time and again with her stability and hard work that she is the true queen of this royal household. When King Charles finally intervened, he didn't hesitate for a moment and immediately removed Tom from the event. No excuses or attempts to justify his son's behavior. For the king, such antics were simply unacceptable. He, who had managed to hold together a crumbling monarchy, was standing guard over his family's honor, reminding everyone that the monarchy requires not only titles but also responsibility. Tom Parker Bowles not only demonstrated once again how easily his behavior can be labeled as undeserving, but also became a living reminder of how the monarchy has become mired in absurd combinations, where titles are handed out based on blood relations rather than real accomplishments. The constant speculation about Camilla's influence over the royal family, which has persisted throughout her years in this position, is once again making its presence felt. Camilla, who still occupies her place in the royal family not because of merit but through certain deals and manipulations, continues to show how easily the monarchy's reputation can be tarnished. The unfortunate conflict between Tom and Princess Anne once again sets everything into perspective. True value in the royal household is not about money, titles, or flashy statements, but the desire to serve one's people and family with honor, as Anne has done. This drama, full of ridiculous missteps and failures, serves as a mirror of how low certain members of the royal family have fallen. But if we talk about those who truly deserve their place, we must remember Princess Anne, who has dedicated her life to the royal family's service. In this context, all of Tom's actions, including his public misunderstandings and unsuccessful attempts to fit in, seem like nothing more than pathetic cries for attention. So, instead of continuing to watch the absurd antics of Camilla and her son, we might want to reflect on who truly deserves the prestigious title and how long this farce will continue. However, no matter how hard they try to change the situation, reality still reigns.